All right, folks, I think we're live. Sorry I was a couple minutes late. I'm still getting going here. We're going to do about 10 minutes or so at the putting center. Just work on some putts. We're doing round 2 of the SGT Pro Tour. Shot 600 in round 1, so we'll see what happens here. But my SGT journey brought to you by the kind folks over at graybarngolf.com. Shout out to C-Drum, Gray Barn Golf. But we're going to start on the putting green again. Try to do like half a mile an hour putt increments for a little bit. I don't know if it was a coincidence or not that I had probably my best ever round in terms of sim golf the other day when I did this first. So let me catch up on the chat. It's time. Let's go. Getting old. Must not be Eastern today. Timu YouTube. All right. So, well, basically, what took so long was when I was setting up, I nudged with my foot and like my leg the shank tank. So I had to, before I went live, I had to get out the laser level and align this thing. And of course, I go over to the app and it requires me to go download a new update. So I had to download the new app and then load that. I skipped the firmware and then I aligned it and then came over to GSPro. But hopefully you can see me. Hopefully you can hear me. A little bit of a hectic start, but we're going to hopefully dial this in and put up a halfway decent score, hopefully. Fun and Fleetwood has arrived. Cheryl came up with that. No flannel today. All right. One, we're going to check the alignment. 0.2 right. We're going to check the alignment, and we're going to work on some speed. So that was 3.5. To me, that just feels like a 5-footer. So like if you told me to walk up and hit a 5-footer, I'm pushing these. You got a sweet hoodie coming, really? Did you get one? I appreciate it if you did. I don't know if I really feel the need to announce it. I've just been including those. Those have only been up, I think, like, that was way harder, but that should be a little bit straighter. Those have only been up for like 2 days. I don't know if I'm going to do like a big announcement. Oh, Flying Fat Kid, while you're here. Speaking of announcements, you know what this is? Right after I'm done with these 18 holes. You know what this is? I got 2 videos I got to do. Anyways, I don't think I'm going to announce the merch, but I've just been including it in the comment section, the chat, and the actual comments. So if anyone happens to want HRG t-shirt or hoodie or something, there's the link in the chat. You can see them. Rocket Cup, that's right, baby. Rocket Cup, and I just got to tell people about the league. Remind me to do this. If I ever have a good round or I actually want to play good, remind me to do this for like, even if it's only 5 minutes, I recommend you guys doing this. Getting a feel for the putter first. And even if like the speed, like focus on one thing. For me, I'm just looking at the HLA. If you roll a couple dead straight putts, there's so much more confidence going into a round versus just like what I do on course or sometimes out here, and what Flying Fat Kid does is just fire up the stream and go to the first tee. At least I usually warm up, but if I happen to do something before, I would just go right into it. All right, let's try. That was 0.1 HLA. Let's try some like 4.5, 4.6. So those feel about 10-footer-ish. It's a little bit toey. It's crazy how if you just stand here and hit putts, especially after you align it. So I just aligned it so I know it's as good as it can be. If you sit here and hit putts like that one, I hit it a little bit off the toe, and how good the square is picking up on those little minor feels to where like I felt like I hit that off the toe. I look up and it's a slight pull because of it. It's kind of cool. Shorts leggings combo. If you guys haven't tried leggings, like I would wear these. I think I'm done with basketball, but these for basketball or working out, these things are awesome. If you like, which I feel like most people, if you're working out, you're wearing compression shorts. If you like compression shorts, definitely get some leggings and try them out. They're pretty nice. Need one to get in the Rocket Cup. Super impressed with Square, best value on the market. Do you know anyone, Flying Fat Kid, like any of your buddies that have one? You've never used it, have you? I'd be curious. You know your shot well enough, and you know what feels like what. I'd be curious if you were able to get on one and just try it out. What your thoughts would be. I've been trying to get C-Drum. One of his buddies got one. I'm trying to get him to go over and either bring his GC3 or have his buddy go over to C-Drum's house and bring the Square and compare the GC3 versus the Square if possible. And if not, C-Drum's enough of a robot where he knows his swing pretty well and what all the numbers should be. So it'd be cool getting, it'd basically be like Joe Legowski 2.0, just like a second high level opinion. Because like I think it's good, other people think it's good, but it carries some more weight when someone as good as Joe does like some comprehensive tests and actually says it's good. All right, I think we're good with putting. Let's actually warm up. Sorry, not really sorry. This is going to be a lengthier between the late start, the putting, and now hitting my first shots of the day. It's going to be a little bit lengthier of a warm up, but we're just going to try to play well. C-Drum gave me a little bit of words of wisdom yesterday in terms of basically the cliff notes were don't expect anything when you play, either here or on course, whatever. Don't expect like a score. Don't go out and try to shoot a score. Just kind of let it come, and whatever happens, happens. Easier said than done. So I'm going to be pretty nervous, especially if I have a decent round, which is why this came up. If I have a decent round going here today, hopefully I do. If I have a decent round going into 18 with that very, very narrow shot with a very, very narrow landing spot on either end, it's definitely going to be a little bit nervy. Not like the stage fright type of nervous. It's just like I want to play well nervous. So like I just don't want to like let myself down and actually have a good finish. I'm sure see did he continue one? Somebody want to what? Well, before we even hit a shot, I'm over here eating too. I'm trying to finish a energy bar before we do this. I've been doing this the past couple times. Oh, GC3? Yeah, wish. We had a stipulation. I forget what it was. I don't know if I think it was actually, I was joking around. I was saying if I finished Q school under par, because everyone was saying how difficult it was. I think I was joking with him saying if I finished Q school under par, he would have to send me a GC Quad Max because he's a Foresight dealer. But I thought I was going to be struggling through that. I didn't know I was going to shoot whatever. I shot 8 under or whatever. Bit of a squat. For me, it just feels like I hang back too much and I start not striking as well. When you shift your weight a little bit to where you feel that pressure, to me in like the right foot and the right hip, you want to shift that on the way back. But like even before you're at the top or as you're getting to the top, I feel like it's a stomp. So I have this that pressure board I was telling you about. I still may return it, but that's the feel. To me, it's just like if you hold on. I got energy bar. Oh, man. All right. We're off to a hot start here, folks. That was a good first shot, though. I was trying to hit that 100. Basically, what I'm trying to say, if I can actually get it out, to me, it just feels like you're stomping down. So if you slightly lift up your heel, to me, it feels like that's the weight shift to where you get everything back over to that left side as you're either coming to the top at the top or as like your hands are dropping, and then you can really come through, hit down on it, and compress it. Oh, did I shift my weight? I really, I really tried to shift it on that. That was that thing I can putt on. That's what I was telling you guys about. This may not go as planned here, if this is how we're starting. That was a chunk of all chunks. Own Q School. What's up, Mike? Left side of power, I agree. So far, I started late. I almost choked on an energy bar, and I just ripped up part of my mat. All right, let's shift the weight, but not quite that much. I know what it is. I fixed this, or at least tried to. I put some extra tape here. And now I think it's slightly higher, and my club is catching it. I put like 10 extra pieces of tape right before I started this. That was part of what I was doing too. Oh, that's going to be a pain if that keeps happening. It's like as I bottom out the club, trying to hit down on it. Drove the club through the floor that weight shift I did. Yeah, warm up. I'm not worried about it. It's just seeing my mat get ripped up. Now I'm afraid to do that again, and I'm catching these a little thin. We'll figure it out here. The one thing we do have going for us right now is today has been the warmest day we've had all year so far in 2025. I did some errands earlier, and it was up to like 72, I think it was, in my car. That was better. We just got to do that. I have like one more bite of that energy bar, but I'm afraid to eat it now. 3 under day? We'll see. Like I said, basically what I was getting at before, what C-Drum was saying, and what I was saying earlier, I want to play well, but like, I'm going to play next week no matter what. I'm going to keep playing these. So if today's my day and I play well, awesome. If not, I mean, worst case scenario, I shoot 6 over. I guess it could be a little bit worse than that, but say I shoot 6 over, I'm still even. And I put up, I think, 2 under on SGT this week. So it is what it is. It's not like this is like the only tournament I'll ever be able to play well in. So if I play well, awesome. If not, we're back at it next week no matter what. I was thinking, though, I've played multiple rounds every day besides Wednesday. I played Monday, I played Tuesday, I took Wednesday off, and then now Thursday, Friday, Saturday I played. Some of those days were like 36 holes plus one of the days I recorded videos on top of that. Oh. Blackjack Crossing looks good. You've been playing consistent for a while. Tough to beat. I don't know about all that. Depends who I'm playing. I thought, have you not played that? Flying Fat Kid, Blackjack's Crossing? Because you recommended that. You were saying, like I said in the video, you said it was the best course in Texas. I didn't know if that was your opinion or like you saw an article or something, and then you said everything's bigger in Texas, so you thought 165 may show up, but I would have guessed that you've already played that. 100 on the dot there. All right, that was struck better. Let's try some pitching wedges. Despite not being 100%, yet again, the ball should be able to go a little bit further, I would think, just because how warm it is in here. Still not 80 degrees like you guys were talking about, but it's 68 in here, which feels like 100 compared to what it has been. Haven't played it yet on your list for the league. 12 under the last 4 rounds you played. Time to step on the gas. Serious pro finish. We'll see. I appreciate the positivity. I do. And believe me, if I could do that, I'd love to do it again. But you guys both know. Some days you have it, some days you don't. Some days you play well for a couple rounds in a row. Sometimes you're in a slump for a couple rounds in a row, if not longer. So I'd love to say I'm 100% going to go out there and shoot 6 under again. But who knows? It's going to come down to keeping it in play off the tee, like it has been for everyone else. If I can keep it out of the trees and out of bounds and in or out of bounds, I like my chances. I feel like driver is a bit of the wild card. I've been striking my irons well, I've been chipping it pretty well, and I've been putting it pretty well. It just comes down to if I put myself in trouble off the tee, and instead of like trying to hit the green in 2 and have a look at birdie, I'm like fighting for par or bogey. So One shot at a time. I was telling... Were you the one that originally said that, Dylan? I was telling my family member about that yesterday, how realistically, if, say like the average round, you're going to shoot even par. So realistically, you're going to have at least 18 to 20 putts, if not 25. So call it like 50 shots you just need to focus on. And like I was telling my family member as we were like walking 9, like you can like listen to music, make jokes, like mess around, whatever you want to do for like the other like 80% of the time. But like when you're over the shot, if you can, for like 30 seconds, just like actually try to execute what you're trying to do. So, I mean, if you break it down, it's a little bit daunting because it makes each shot matter more. But you could also look at it on the flip side to where, all right, all I need to do is just hit 50 halfway decent shots, and I'll be in a good spot. Miss good, exactly. Can't predict how you score. Predict how you prepare for the next shot. I like that, D-Lud. We should start doing a D-Lud quote of the day. It's a little bit thin because I'm afraid of the mat. Those are a little bit thin, but not too bad. They're pull draws, but for my pitching wedge, which I usually play to about 130, 135, that's not terrible. That was a little bit toey. Square missed the spin. Uncle Dave and Uncle Tony. D-Ludisms. In all fairness to Uncle Tony, D-Lud's a little bit younger. Oh. That's crazy. Hit it thin like that, and that's 135 in the air, 144. That's like 9 iron if I skull it like that. The heck's going on here? 140 carry? I mean, I'm kind of sculling these, but this is a pitching wedge. I should not be going 150. Crushed lob wedge? Well, that's, I mean, I don't know how far you hit your pitching wedge. That's a crushed pitching wedge, and it's a baby draw slightly. But I'm not trying to do that. That was like sculled. It was a skull crush. Or skull you know what. I skipped the update. The firmware. Oh, that was terrible. So there better not be any wonkiness here for this round in terms of the launch monitor. All right, that was hit better. That's what we need. This may be an issue here today, folks. I may have to tape this mat down. This is going to be messing with me. What degree is my pitch wedge? Mine goes, my 48 goes 142 at sea level. Honestly, I don't even know what my pitch and wedge is. They're TaylorMade P770s. This is the 9 iron, but I don't know, like 40, 43 degrees. That's the 9. You can look it up. They're 2020s, TaylorMade P770s. It's not like loft jacked. Doesn't sound like, I don't know if yours are or not. D-Lutta. I hit it hard. I try to hit it hard and I try to control it. That's what I try to do. Doesn't always work. I don't know, folks. Swing feels a little wonky. Feels a little out of sorts today. I'm hoping maybe we have a rough first, maybe 1 to 3 holes, and then we start dialing back in. But it does feel, things feel a little wonky. Some days you come out and you're just striking it well from like shot 1. Oh, other days it's just, you're searching. Yeah, slow down 90%. I know. It's a good call, Leprechaun. I struggle with that. I try to have better tempo. Even these feel like I'm slowing down a little bit, but I can just tell I'm getting quick. I just get excited to hit it hard, so I bring it back too quick and I come down too quick, and I waste a lot of energy up here versus slowing it down, letting my hands drop, and then really stepping on it at the bottom, which is a little more like that. That wasn't particularly hit well, but I'm just hitting them thin. They're going kind of far, but there's no spin on them. Like, that's rolling out 10 yards for a 9 iron, and that should not be. I'm just sculling them. I think I'm afraid of the mat. All right, that was better. Couple 8 irons, probably some drivers, and then we'll let it rip. D-Lo equals Buddha. See if you can swing through, hold the balance, finish. Fix my issue. Hate mats too. I don't really hate mats. I just hate, I love this mat. This is a Country Club Elite mat. It's not the mat. Again, I keep saying mat, but I just have foam tiles taped together in front of here because my mat obviously stops here. The square needs a little bit more runway for it to read. So when I'm complaining about the mat, it's that, not my Country Club. And I appreciate the tips, but I'm about to do, it's called the Simulator Golf Tour. So it's like a more competitive tournament round. So maybe if we hit the range after, I'll try some different stuff. Right now, I'm just trying to feel like I hit a couple well, and then I'm going to play 18 holes. And I shot 6 under on the first round. It's only a 2-round event, so I want to play well. So that's why I'm not like rushing into this. I want to feel like, all right, I have like 10 good shots in a row type of feel. That was better. If I'm striking this well, this 8-iron, usually in the neighborhood of about 155, 160 carry, if I'm hitting it well. But that's not bad right there. That's rolling out to 159. Thin. I may have to take this vest off. I'm already getting warm. All right, no vest. Healy, man. Ugh. This is how I'm hitting them on course. This is going to get frustrating. That's better. All right. We're going to go with the feeling of that for the irons, a couple drivers, and then see what happens. I'm going to try to swing easier on these first like 3 to 5, and I'm also going to kind of try to hook them. I want to try to eliminate the right side as much as I can. If I can hit a consistent draw, even a duck hook usually works out. I just need to see the ball going left. If I aim right and then I happen to fade it on accident like I have been lately, that's when I get myself into the trees. Kind of like that. That's what we don't want. That's better. If we can do that all day, we'll be just fine. 155, 262, 277. Oh boy, that better not happen. D-Load was kind enough to reset me last night in his league. That was a tee read. 32 miles an hour on the tee. That felt like it was hit. Halfway decent too. Eight iron carrying 160, near tour level. Great one to finish. You just lost balance on your toes on your miss. I've been finding, like I mentioned earlier, this is like I pretty much I played every single day this week, multiple rounds, most of the days, every day besides Wednesday. So I've been finding when I'm fatigued and not quite 100%, I'm probably swinging it a bit slower. My hands get slower, and I lose them to the right. Versus when I come out here and I'm kind of like amped up and like closer to 100%, the speed just naturally shuts the club for me. I've been fighting on these more tired rounds, fighting these fades that pop up. That was a pull draw. I want to get that ball starting to the right and coming back for us. .156, 271 in the air, but that would be in the trees on the right. All right, we're getting close. I've been drinking a ton of water, so I'm just going to go to the bathroom quick, hit a couple more drivers, and then we're going to do it. Enough having you guys wait around. Be right back. All right, couple good drives, and then we'll do it. See you in the video. Have a good one. See ya. See ya, Leprechaun. I may, if I can kind of do that, I may just aim closer to the middle. And hopefully it either baby draws or baby fades. No, we're going to do it on that one. That was pretty good. If we can do that. I just need to, on these days that I'm tired, feel like I release my hands just a bit more. I was saying that with the long irons as well. All right. Moment you've all been waiting for. Solid finish or epic collapse? We shall see. What do we got? Blue tees instead of whites. Both SGT rounds and the first round here were the whites, I believe. 5 foot gimme circle, Sunday pins, normal, 10 stimps, breezy. And for me, the elevation only at 300 feet. The fact that it's basically at nothing doesn't really matter. I almost wore like regular golf shorts out here. Kind of wish I did. Leggings are a little bit warm. All right, folks. Here we go. Round 2, coming off 6 under round 1. We got a wind pushing this right. First hole, par 4, 387. Going right down the middle. See what's going to happen. All right. Wasn't hit particularly well, but we'll take it. I would 10 times out of 10 rather have that with the low backspin, which runs out to 275 at 1300 spin with 17 spin axis to the left. Much, much, much rather have that than 17 spin axis to the right all day long. 112 out of the fairway. Want to hit this about 105. So it's going to come out left and the wind's going to push it to the right. So I think we can almost we'll go right at it and just try to hit a draw. It should kind of hold it up. Choke down approach wedge, 105. $105, but it's fading instead of drawing. It's fine though. All right, basically 20-footer for birdie. It's not doing much. Uphill, so it's going to break slightly less. I think I like that. $20-footer. Break. Here we go, boys. Let's go. Good call. That feels good. Good call. That's a big start right there. That is huge. Shout out Flying Fat Kid, the originator of the call. If he asked me, I would stop doing it because he was the guy who did it. But I think, like I said before, I think he likes seeing other people do it, whether it's him or someone else. But that is his thing. He was the originator of the call. Bogeyman Bill's got the tweet now. Caught calling on the first hole, I know. Good start, Steven, good start. But all we're looking for is we've got a 6-stroke, now 7. We've got a 7-stroke buffer. So we're just going to try to hit shot by shot. Whatever happens, happens. Oh, that's right. Club face was wide open. Off a roof. That's why I try. I didn't want to get too crazy on the first. That's been my miss, which is very frustrating. That was off the planet to the right. All right. we just need to field that on the tee. We can play with that. Unfortunately, we're already hitting 4 into a 5. So we're going to drop at least a couple here. But we're in play. Go there, hit 3 wood. Hopefully it comes out. All right, just trying to get some of that yardage back. 50 yards out of the pine straw. So 10% would be 5, so we're looking at another 3. Try to hit this about 45, 50 yards. I did not hit any wedges, despite that pretty lengthy warm-up, which I probably should have. Hindsight. .52, sit. All right. We've got to putt at it for bogey. We'll claw that back. Even. If we claw some back and get it to even, I'd be happy with that. Downhill, so it's going to break a touch more. I think I like that. Playing about 11. Oh, I hammered it. I hammered it. For a double, I was trying to be a little bit aggressive there and get that stroke back. All right, 1 under to 1 over. We're off. Third hole, par 4, 411. Get this driver back working. Oh, that's probably OB again, or close to it. Oh, we got a lucky kick. Driver is not there, folks. Not there. Going punch 4. Gonna try to keep it low and or draw, hook this just a little. Wow, I hit that so good too. Oh man. .167 out of the sand, so it's gonna be at least another 10%. I'm gonna go 7. All right, I'm fine with that. That was hit well. I tried to fade it just a touch. Hitting 4 into a par 4, 11 yards. Out of the fairway. Try to hit this about 7 or 8. All right, we'll take that. Hit that 8.5. Told you guys it's going to come down to driver off the tee. Swing so hard I fall off the ball. I know. But same thing as I was telling Flying Fat Kid. When I'm hitting it well, driver is one of my, call it competitive advantages, call it whatever you want. I didn't even look at the wind on some of those other ones. We got a helping wind this time. Driver is a competitive advantage of mine. It's like a strong point in my game if I'm hitting it well. So, yeah, I could swing at like 75% and be more balanced and more controlled, but you're almost like handcuffing yourself. At the end of the day, yeah, I want to see him go in the fairway, but I'd rather swing through these ones that are going right and figure it out versus saying, all right, I'm going to just swing easier. And then I've done that in the past. Even you swing easier, and then you get into the situation where you still just have a two-way miss going, and now you're still have a two-way miss, and you're swinging it slower. So good 7-iron here, though. I kind of hooked it. Sit. I don't know if that's going to sit. Oh, it did. Let's go. That was struck well, though. 20 yards out of the rough. Try to hit this about 18-ish. This seems like a pretty brutal pin location. So it's going to come out left, and I don't mind that because it looks like everything here is breaking hard that way. May even go a touch more. Just like that, we take the pars when we get them. It's a better hole. I'm confident at some point we'll get those 2 strokes back, at least I hope. After that, we'll see, but told you the first couple holes may be a little shaky once we settle in. Sit. All right, wasn't hit particularly well, but that's fine. Good 3-wood out of here. Not going to get there, most likely. So just run something up. Get ourselves a wedge around the green. That was hit pretty good, but it's fading. All right. 149. The face was a bit open again. It's just my hands are slower for whatever reason these past like 2-3 days. 150 off the deck though. If that was straighter or baby Drew, that's a good shot. 50 yards. Probably play another 5 or so out of here. So we're up to 56, 57 into the wind. Probably want to hit this about 55 as a feel. 54.3. Wow. What did that come out as? 15%. That's why. I hit my number. That was pretty darn close to what I was trying to do there. 10 yards out of the fairway. Hit this about 6 or 7. We'll take the par. Should have been a birdie hole, but we'll take the par. 6-hole par 4, 2 over. All right. Honestly, I was kind of trying to do that. I just need to hit a couple like this, just seeing the ball go left, and then I'll neutralize it. But I can't have those ones that squirt out, especially OB. Healy. $15 out of the rough. Land this about, and it's up a yard, 12 or 13. Or 14. That works. Easy par. I guess to be expected too. We're playing, compared to the other rounds, it is worth noting, we're playing a tee box back, so that makes a difference. So obviously 6 under from a tee box back is not apples to apples. But 171, what do I want to hit? This is kind of an in-betweener. All right. We'll swing hard at an 8. 7's going to be too much if I hit it good. I've golfed twice, Black Cloud. How many times have you been? I golfed like a month ago, and then I golfed for the second time like 2 days ago, and I played pretty bad. That was struck well. The mat's kind of making me, my putting mat that is, making me mad, but that was hit well. All right. Basically a 29-footer. Uphill, so it's not going to break as much. it. I hammered it. All right. I think from the blues, pars are going to be pretty good. The birdie's going to be tougher to come by. 2 over through 7. Whew. It is warm in here. I've been wishing for it to get warm. Now it's really warm. Twice. I've been too wet here. I golf on the weekends. Today was all rain. Tomorrow's Easter, so I can't do anything. Next weekend all rain. Just my luck. That sucks. It's actually been pretty decent here. But I'm sure we're gonna have a lot of that stuff coming our way as well. Oh boy. Well, all right, that was a good escape. It didn't draw, but that was hit well. And we got through there relatively unscathed. 35 out of the rough. So we want to land it about 32 to 35. Go. Let's go. It's a bogey, but hit it well, but no, that's going to be fine. No draw. I was going to keep my swing up and just, my speed up and just swing. I start trying to slow things down to time them up with my hands and release my hands more and all that stuff, and I just don't do myself any favors. 64, downslope. Out of the rough. Probably still want to hit this about 60, maybe just over. $55, go. For birdie, 27 playing 23. It's going to break more because it's downhill. I think I like that. What's up, Boogeyman? Break, break, break! Now stop. Wow, this is 0-0 HLA too. I knew it was one click inside that. Having fun with yard work all day? Does sound fun. Right off the trunk of it. That's how today's going. That was struck so well too, and it's literally going backwards. That was hit so good. Like I was saying, some days it goes your way, some days it doesn't. Try to hit this about 95-ish. $95, dead straight. Go. Putting myself in trouble, but we've also had some unlucky breaks as well. Dead straight putt. Better than shoveling snow. I hear you. I'm just sweating more than I have been. It's up to almost 70. It's 69. It's getting kind of stuffy. 69.8. Better. All right. Choke down pitch wedge. Trying to hit this in the neighborhood of 115. No draw, but pretty good distance. We made a putt. We made a putt. I think that's the first putt we've made since the first hole. Caw. Nice try. Appreciate it. That's probably the only decent one, as you can tell by the score. And then I do that. That's trouble. That's OB. Off the roof. That's the second roof we've hit. I'm going to have to tee up again. Kind of sucks tomorrow's Easter, so I can't play. So it was like today or nothing. And I knew on the range that this was going to be an issue. The swing just feels off. I need like a couple days off. I'm just vomiting this round. I'm recovering halfway decent too. We've had some unlucky breaks, but it's just these tee shots are absolutely destroying me. Might have done it again. This sucks. Thin. Right off the tree. Sit. Man, this is already for double. 15-footer. It's breaking both ways. 15-footer for double. Six over. We are even. First round to second round. At this rate, I may have to hit like 5 tee shots on 18. Of course, we're going to be in the sand and blocked out. .101. At least we're on an upslope. We'll probably hit the trees. I'm going to hit a choke down pitching wedge. I think about 115 with this sand. And because it's going to launch higher. .109. Go. Ooh, never mind. I wanted to make sure I didn't want to be in those bunkers. I wanted to get over. Go. I chunked it. Dead straight putt though. Par. .157 into the wind. I guess this is a lesson. Hindsight, I should have just played. Oh boy. Well, we're gonna have to go at it. Hindsight, I should have just played round 2 the other day when I was still kind of tired, but I was like, should I play? I'll play when I'm fresh. I should have just went right into it. Well, that's better. Seven-footer. Good call. Too little, too late, but 15th hole, par 5. This is starting to get tough.